The promoter's truth. Frank Warren says the same thing everyone knows deep down: people will watch. Some hate Jake Paul. Some admire him. Some doubt him. But everyone is curious. Jake climbed from influencers to real fighters, and now he's testing himself against a two-time world champion. Whether fans call it a circus or a genius business move, they will tune in because the storyline is too explosive to ignore. The final breakdown. Analysts like the Wade concept focus on Jake's mindset. He says confidence can fuel you, but it can also blind you. Jake Paul might believe he can beat Joshua. He might envision the perfect punch or the perfect moment. But belief doesn't change physics. Belief doesn't alter weight classes. Belief doesn't cancel out Olympic-level talent. Jake Paul is stepping into the ring with a man who punches like a sledgehammer, a man who has spent over a decade fighting giants. Optimism will protect him. Reality will meet him the moment the bell rings. A warning from legends. Barry McGuigan's tone is different, quieter, more serious. He warns that heavyweight power is nothing to joke about. Joshua hits with force capable of changing a fight, or a career, instantly. McGuigan questions the logic of Jake stepping into something this dangerous unless some protective arrangement exists behind the scenes. But even then, he doubts any agreement can protect Jake from reality. Legacy and image. Some analysts say this fight has the potential to restore Joshua's larger-than-life aura, not in terms of legacy, but public presence. A dominant performance could remind the world why Joshua became a global superstar in the first place. People wouldn't remember the Jake Paul fight, they'd remember the knockout power that once electrified Wembley Stadium. Eddie Hearn's reality check. Eddie Hearn warns fans not to get carried away. Yes, Joshua should dominate. Yes, the knockout might come early. But fights don't always end based on audience expectations. If Jake Paul moves, survives the first flurry, or defends intelligently, the fight could reach round 2 or 3, and that wouldn't be a failure. Hearn says Joshua cannot and will not hold back. The idea of pulling punches is impossible for a born fighter. KSI enters the chat. KSI speaks bluntly: if Jake survives 8 rounds, Joshua did not do his job. He personally messaged AJ telling him to make sure Jake doesn't escape the ring on his feet after 8 rounds. KSI won't step in the ring with Joshua himself, but he's excited to see Jake Paul face the consequences of his confidence. Analysts like Michael Bisping say the matchup isn't even comparable. They point to Joshua's performances against monsters like Francis Ngannou, where nearly every punch Joshua threw landed clean, hard, and left Ngannou collapsed on the canvas. For someone Jake Paul's size, with far less experience, stepping into that same danger zone is something Bisping calls impossible to survive. It isn't just the power. It's the technique, the control, the Olympic pedigree. Joshua is a polished heavyweight machine, Jake is still learning the sport. Derek Chisora sees the fight differently. To him, it isn't about legends or titles, it's entertainment. A spectacle built for attention, built for money, built for global hype. And no matter how much boxing purists complain, people will still buy tickets, still watch, still talk about it. Chisora even praises Jake Paul for walking the talk. People laughed when Jake called out Joshua. The pressure on Anthony Joshua ahead of the Jake Paul fight is unlike anything he's faced in years. Fans aren't simply demanding a win, they're demanding destruction. For many of them, if Joshua doesn't end the fight in the first round, or at least the second, the victory somehow won't count, even if he dominates every moment on the scorecards. Joshua understands that expectation. He doesn't reject it. In fact, he embraces it. He says he holds himself to the same standard: seek and destroy, immediately. No coasting. No easing into the fight. No mercy. Rumors spread online about a go easy clause, but Joshua laughs it off. No clause. No limitations. Jake chose 10-ounce gloves, the smallest option. Joshua believes Jake wants a real fight, maybe even wants to hurt him. And AJ intends to give him exactly what he asked for.